long before we start up the movement? How long we gon' keep letting them do us? How long before we start up the movement? How long we gon' keep letting them do us? How long before we say fuck this piece shit and grab them clappers? How long before we lose our voices shouting Black Lives Matter? How long we gon' keep letting them disrespect our president? How long we gon' keep letting them terrorize our residents? I'm sick of this shit, it's word to Bernie Mac. How long before we police ourselves, take our own streets back? How long for Uncle Tom here and hate on this shit? How long before they take a shot at me for making this shit? How long I gotta wait for justice for Josiah Shaw? How long we gotta fake it till we get taken and whack 'em all? How long we not gonna make these youngins pull their pants up? How long we gonna keep letting them shoot us down with our hands up? How long we gonna keep killing our own and making these streets hot? How long will what I say to you stay with you when the beat stop? How long's your attention span? How long you watch the news? You ain't down to shake shit up with the rebels for the cause? I ain't talking to you.
All my people, how y'all doing? I wish y'all a very, 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 very happy Friday. It is a beautiful Friday, man. It is all right, man. I'm telling you, it is good to be alive. It is good to be blessed. It is good to just have it all if you get it all. It's good to not have it all if you don't have it all. It is a great happy Friday for me. So I hope everybody is cool because I am, and I just wanted to come in here, you know what I'm saying? I'm hoping that my guys make it in here with me, you know what I'm saying? So we can go ahead and get some things started. Got a lot going on in the news today, buddy. Your girl, Faaani Willis, man. Whew. Man, you know what, at a point, man, it's like now it's getting a little bit ridiculous and it's getting a little sad at this point because of the simple fact that now, unfortunately, like I was saying, they push us out here, man, as black people to do certain dirty work and certain business that they not willing to throw themselves in the forefront and, you know, throw themselves on their sword, on their conviction. So they, you know, they tout people that want power, you know what I'm saying? It's, you know, at the end of the day, it's all about the money and it's all about the power. And I feel like this is an elaborate, ridiculous situation. Now I'm finna go ahead and share my screen because, man, if you see what I see, man, and we're going to talk about this. We're going to break this shit down like a grape swisher sweet. And this is real. Oh, my goodness. Hold on.
Everything. We did an earlier video on this when they first announced that they were subpoenaing the text. Now we have this exclusive article from Breitbart. Breitbart's where I got my started in citizen journalism. They had me do a blog and I knew Andrew Breitbart. Love those guys over there. So let's read the article. Welcome to Doug in Exile. Thank you for subscribing. You're really helping this channel when you subscribe and join us in exile. Court filing cell phone data shows Nathan Wade misled judge in Faaani Willis case. What is the disco call? It's also the sound of the police. Cell phone data obtained from AT&T through subpoena strongly suggests that Nathan Wade made 35 trips to Fulton County. Prosecutor Faaani Willis's Hapeville neighborhood, contradicting his testimony in court under oath of just 10 visits. And
what is wrong with these people, bro? What make you think that they ain't gonna subpoena the text messages? Oh, it is just sad at this point. What make people think that that's never mind? People just don't be thinking.
Affidavit filed Friday, that's today, by Trump attorneys contend. So he was only off by 25 visits. Not a big deal to me if he said it was 11 or 12, if he was off by 1 or 2 visits, but now you're hiding information that we need to know. The filing, if true, suggests Wade may have committed perjury. Fulton Superior Court Judge Scott McAfee will decide whether to admit the
Ain't no doubt about it. Man, that man committed all type of perjury, man. He looked up in the sky, waiting on the answer to fall down from the heavens. If you go back, you can see it. He did it, and it was crazy. I mean, they body language was all off, man. Don't pass the smell test. And I'm telling you, the the Trump's attorney was literally examining old boy like he had the text messages in his back pocket. He was like, so let's just say we subpoena these text messages. So if you tell me if them texts and your phone tell me that you've been over there, then the phone and the text messages is lying. And he was like, yep, it's lying. Boy, you better quit playing with me. This is crazy.
David and the cell phone records into evidence. I don't know how much his donation to Faaani Willis will influence this decision, or his Judge McAfee's wife's 2 donations to Faaani Willis's campaign, whether he'll allow this in the court or not. But maybe if I can make a suggestion to Trump's attorneys, why don't you make some donations to McAfee and his wife, since they seem to be, those kinds of people. Willis is the lover of Wade, a fellow prosecutor she hired to prosecute former President Donald Trump in the election interference case. Trump and co-defendant Mike Roman accused Willis of maintaining an improper romantic relationship with Wade. And I think the corruption goes even deeper than that. Wade testified that his relationship with Willis began in 2022, so the timeline is very important in this, after Faaani Willis opened the case against Trump in 2021. So she said that at the church even, but also under oath. Said, I didn't. I hired him. I started going to bed with him after I hired him, as if that makes some kind of a difference. I don't get the difference it makes. I'm sorry. You're corrupt if you go to bed with him even after you hire him. Maybe that's how she dates. Maybe that's how she finds her men, is this way. The affidavit appears to contradict that contention. The Atlanta Constitutional Journal reported Trump's lawyers relied on data collected from Wade's cell phone and cell phone tower transmissions to track his movement. So they're using this tower that pings his phone, and they can look on the records of where he went. It seems to contradict Wade's testimony that week, in which he said he had visited Willis at her condo in Hapeville no more than 10 times before he was hired in November of 2021. It also indicates Wade twice arrived late at night at the condo and left early the next morning. In the months before Willis and Wade said their relationship became romantic early in 2022. I don't know. Maybe I'm trying to think of what he could be doing there, getting there late at night, leaving early in the morning. He just needed a place to crash, maybe. Maybe our imagination's going a little wild. I don't know. What I do know is that I'm waiting for Wade and Faaani Willis to come up with a cockamamie excuse like they did with the we pay only in cash. Wade's going to go, oh no, I allowed Faaani Willis to take my cell phone home 35 times. I didn't go. That was just my cell phone. See, it's a black thing where you let people take your cell phone home. That's what they're going to give us next. Both Wade and Willis testified last week. They did not spend the night together at the Hapeville condo. That's perjury, okay? The timeline is important for 2 reasons. If Willis and Wade were a couple before she hired him, it raises the prospect that she may have violated at least the spirit of anti-nepotism rules, meaning do not hire someone you are sleeping with, but when you hire them, do go ahead and sleep with them. Just make sure it's not before you hire. They can still be on the payroll making money, and you can go to bed with them all you want, extracting pleasure, go on expensive cruises, go to Napa wine country. Just don't do it before you hire them. That would be just way corrupt. The Fulton police policy specifically focuses on family members. More importantly, both Willis and Wade have testified under oath that the relationship began in 2022. If defense attorneys can prove that they lied under oath, it could constitute perjury. Anyways, if they lied under oath, it just goes to undermine their overall credibility. The affidavit notes that Willis and Wade made 2,000 2,000 phone calls to each other during the first 11 months of 2021. They also exchanged about 12,000 texts. What are they? Are they 14 years old or are they just otters? During Wade's testimony, he claimed the cell phone.
Hey, hold on, y'all. That's some serious caking. Shit. You got to think about it. We're gonna do the math in a second. Matter of fact, I got the math, and we're gonna see how many times a day that is. So you saying that 2,000 phone calls a day? No, 2,000 phone calls in 11 months. Okay, so if you even do that out to a year, that's 5 phone conversations with one person in one day. But let's just go ahead and take it a little step further and talk about the text messages. 12,000 texts. That's literally 32 text in a strand between 2 people one day. I don't know what you call that. I don't know what you call it. I call it caking. Cake.
Records would be incorrect if they contradicted his testimony. Okay. So if phone records were to reflect that you were making phone calls from the same location as the condo before November 1st of 2021, and it was on multiple occasions, the phone records would be wrong. A Trump lawyer asked Wade. By the way, that Trump lawyer at that point knew the question he was asking was loaded. If the phone records reflected that, yes, sir, Wade replied. Wade lied, not realizing Trump had the phone records probably. If they'd be wrong, Trump's lawyers asked, they'd be wrong, Wade said. That's very confident that he can bold-faced lie under oath. And therefore, their swear, all this Lee law stuff doesn't mean anything. McAfee, it's time for you to dismiss these people, probably the whole case, but for sure, Faaani Willis, probably the whole corrupt office, anything involved in Fulton County with these taxpayer dollars. We're paying them taxpayer dollars to lie, cheat, and interfere with an election. That's your legacy, McAfee. Get this thing done. I'm Doug in exile. Let's turn this mother out.
Hey, fam, got good content. Like I said, make sure you go over there to Doug in Exile, man, and check him out. Something about them text messages, man. Boy, I don't understand why people think that they can do stuff. Even attorneys is ignorant enough to think, okay, that they can go out here, do what they do, ride around and philander and act a fool and try to prosecute a former president and think in their heart and soul that none of this is going to come out. You know, I was talking to Big Vi earlier about this shit, and I'm like, man, it's funny to me because these people is super grown. And I'm talking about, you know, and it's crazy. I don't know what it is. Maybe people ain't as grown as what the fuck I think it is, because a lot of people make some immature decisions, and I do the shit too sometimes. But man, this is the biggest case in your entire career. And you choose to bone a coworker, lie about when the relationship started. Now, all the stuff that they talking about that just happened in 2021. All of them 12,000 text messages and them 2,000 phone calls and going over to the house at 12 o'clock at night and they pinging you and you leaving at 5 o'clock in the morning is happening, you know, before the indictment, before the arrest, everything. All the stuff that y'all tried to make it seem like when he filed for divorce the day after you gave him a job. So I think I would hope that people would take the R. Kelly challenge with this and use your common sense. Use your common sense. Why in the hell would he go over to this woman's house at 12:30 at night after she made a call? Hey, you know what type of call she made? And he shot out the house. He stayed across the city. Went over there and shot up out of there. And people want to take her side and say, well, she did nothing wrong. Well, first of all, she was dealing with a married man, breaking up a happy home. it got exposed. And it got exposed because you was even more foul because you was probably pillow talking and he, you know what I'm saying, he made sure he did everything he could to get that job, probably, because he ain't qualified. He's not qualified at all. I don't care what y'all say. I barely think that judge is qualified to be a judge. Half of the judges that's presiding over any court right now in America, actually. So I'm gonna introduce my mans, and we're gonna keep the party going. What's going on, Big Vi? Where you at, bro?
I'm here, man. I'm here, over here, feeding my face a little bit.
Okay.
I'm here. You know, I'm surprised she didn't say. It was more. It'd probably be more text messages, but she probably was writing. They was sending sticky notes to each other.
You know what? I want the actual text messages. I want to be on some Azriel, Clary, and the mama shit. I need to see who you telling. You probably were telling the world.
Probably but you know what? That's so that stuck out with me is, like we was talking about earlier, man. To when R. Kelly reacted, his reaction during the Gayle King interview, how the whole world say, "Look at him all, he guilty, he this, that, and the third." But then when he went to court and went to trial, both in New York and Chicago, the man in court sitting there, listening to what everything going on. Oh, he don't show no emotions. Oh, he don't care this, that, and the third. But we got Faaani Willis goddamn in the courtroom acting her ass.
Throwing paperwork around.
Threatening people, pointing a finger, like swearing at people. All type of shit. I mean, slumped over in the chair. Like, what the fuck am I here for? All type of shit.
She up in there getting her Jack Nicholson on.
Yeah.
You can't handle the truth.
She went from being on trial to putting the goddamn prosecutors on trial.
Man, look, she played everybody in that court. She thought she played everybody in that courtroom. She played herself.
When they asked her, now it comes out like, and then the thing about it was, these people were asking you specific questions, but you giving detail, you giving up more information than they asking you.
Man.
They asking you yes or no. You say no, that wasn't this. Then Nathan Wade, he's so goddamn stupid. Every time they ask him something, he looking up like God is literally gonna come in the courtroom and say,
the answer is here, my son.
Nate sit like and say, Nate, well, did you or did you not have sex with her during this? Yeah, we did.
He said sex? That's sex. Do you mean sex? Yeah, man, that's sex. I just want to.
Yeah. Faaani Willis don't understand. Like I was saying earlier, she don't understand how much jeopardy she put her office in, because now with the shit that's going on and you giving these cases to Nathan or whatever, now all of the cases that you done worked on, all the cases that Nathan done worked on, all of these cases is finna have to be reviewed, man.
They gonna have to review it. We gonna have to let the whole YSL gang go after this shit.
Did y'all really do investigation?
Because think about it. Trump already exposed the fact that she was messing with the ops of YSL. Matter of fact, she was one of their attorneys. She was one of the YSL's attorneys. And now she prosecuting them. That's unfair, bro. That's unfair. I'm sorry. Where are the rights? And then think about it. She's not even really prosecuting Trump. That's why she needed a special prosecutor.
Mm-hmm.
Why, if you've been barred from prosecuting Donald Trump and you pretty much fucking the special prosecutor, you still prosecuting Trump. you're still kind of leading the prosecution because you're gonna use your feminine wiles and influence or whatever it is that you're doing to try to get your way through him. It's a whole that's conflict of interest. It's just not in the way that everybody else thinking.
Man, it's crazy, bro. And it's crazy how this lady, you know what I'm saying? Like her attitude, man. Her attitude, period. Like looking at her in the courtroom act the way that she act. And then she was mad because now they trying to say that that Nathan business partner had an axe to grind against Nathan, the reason why he gave up all the information.
No, you saw what they did to that man in that court.
Mm-hmm.
You saw what they did. They already had that shit in the bag.
Yeah.
Somebody had to tell him that he lost his job with them for harassment. Who did it? Who said it? Whose company is it? It's Nathan Wade's. He did it to protect himself.
He knew that dude knew what was going on between Faaani and him.
So what that crispy nigga need to understand is that ain't your partner.
Mm-hmm.
And you need to go ahead and come on clean and be like, look, man, they was getting down, man. You know, it was wrong. Or whatever you have to say. I had knowledge as a friend. He sent me text messages.
Mr. Wade, did your office receive over $300,000 last year? And well, it came in, but it was broke down, split into third.
You know, so we broke it into thirds. Why is you're the special prosecutor? Why everybody else getting paid? That don't even make sense.
That ain't what I asked you, Mr. Wade.
Ain't no other billable hours doing nothing but coming from him. Think about it. Think about it. He the one working the case, not the other people in the firm. He was hired on by the government for himself. Now you telling me you paying other people for sitting in the fucking office not doing shit? Man. Is that what you're telling me? That's what you're telling me. People don't even be listening.
Then to say, you know, they going out to eat on dates and shit every day, every other day. They driving from, you know, where they at in Atlanta to they going out to Tennessee and different places and all type of shit. Like, I mean, my whole thing about it is like, why not just admit?
Do you realize? I feel sorry for Nathan Wade. Can you imagine with that attitude that she had to be dealing inside the confines of a damn relationship, and she throwing her fucking weight and credentials around and probably telling your ass that you ain't qualified for shit, and the only reason why you even got this fucking job is because of her, and all that shit she probably said to that man.
Yeah. Then said your goddamn shit ain't working down there.
I'm not going to emasculate a black man. Did you get that? Yeah, I got it. You raggedy for that. I got it. You threw that man clean under the bus. She said, shit, do that piece of pasquetti remind you of anything? No. Oh, shit. That's funny as hell.
Nathan like, shit, man, I really don't want to be here, but shit, I gotta be here.
Oh, shit.
But in the responsibility, it lies on both people, because Nathan, you knew that shit was gonna be. You knew what you was risking by dealing with this woman continuously. I could have seen it being a one night thing, you know, every now and then, but y'all turned this shit into a relationship, bro.
And one of my things is this: all you got to do is flip the script. So all you got to do is turn this shit over on this side. Put the shoes on the other foot. What if it was prosecuting district attorney Nathan Wade, who hired on special prosecutor Faaani Willis, and they ended up sleeping together, and she ended up taking him on vacations. Somehow she could find a way to play victim It'll turn into coercion, enticement, and all type of stuff. And you mean to tell me that we going through all of this shit when we know good and damn well that it's wrong to mess around with your subordinates, and even furthermore, anybody will tell you you do not shit where you eat. It's just plain and simple. That's simple mathematics. And she said that she's been doing her job for 30 years and can't nobody tell her how to do her job. So how did you get to the top, Miss Willis? Because it sure wasn't your pleasing damn attitude. I'm just saying. Anybody who try to come at you, you threaten them. Just like all the Democrats and all the R. Kelly detractors I ever seen in my life. Ridiculous. Tried to come on the court and gaslight everybody by saying black this and black man that and black man this. And I don't know why this black man think this way. And I'm not going to emasculate a black man. Shut up. You done locked up more niggas. You trying to lock up 20 niggas in YSL.
And don't forget the other 20 niggas in the other game.
Not to mention the 2,000 niggas that you got locked up waiting on trials because you out here playing. You out here doing a Trump case and philandering around with the special prosecutor, and your court and your jails is full. What are you doing? Get back to work. Wake your ass up. You so starstruck over Trump, and you took a picture and fucked it up for the whole Democratic Party, because that's when his tide turned and he started shooting to the top. Which goes to show you that what the devil tried to use for your demise, God will use for your good. Point blank.
But how is it so ironic that, anytime these people want to push these agendas, how is it so convenient that a person of color is put in the position to be the one who make the decision?
It wasn't even about her making the decision. It was about, if this shit go bad in any way,
it fall back on her. You see what I'm saying? And I'm saying that to say, like, when we look at shit like the things that that went on under the Obama administration, you know what I'm saying? Now we dealing with shit that, that we never seen, a same-sex marriage and all type of shit like this. Like, come on, man. Now you got Kim Fox with the R. Kelly campaign. You got this woman right here, Faaani Willis, with the Trump campaign, the YFN, the YFN, and all other type of shit she had going on when the looting and shit was going on down there in Atlanta. Like, I mean, it's just so much shit that's way bigger than what, and I think it's a power trip too. Like, you could tell about her demeanor in the court. Like, this woman, she really, that position, that title she holds.
She was acting like she was acting like she was the motherfucker keeping the lights on, bro.
Yeah,
like, for real.
Yeah,
like she was Jordan and shit. You remember how arrogant Jordan was? You saw The Last Dance? He was arrogant in the mud. That was the type of swag she had. I'm like, nah, baby, you ain't even LeBron.
She like, let me tell y'all this. Let me look, the paperwork, this is what y'all put in the paperwork. Like, she talking like in the day, like, shit. I'm looking at the people in the comments like, is y'all going to hold her in contempt? I mean, look at her. Like, look how she's acting. To the point where
they literally was talking about her being a hostile witness. They said something about her being hostile.
Yeah. When she pointed her finger at the prosecutor, I'm like, man, what the fuck?
Hey, she's like, y'all on trial. Y'all think I'm on trial. Nah, your ass kind of is on trial now, because them messages, something about them text messages, man. People be killing me with this text shit. You know, and then
you can tell, like, by her saying the cash, like you can see the like they want to say how R. Kelly was going around and get these tapes or whatever. There's no different than her running around talking about this cash shit that she was giving back.
Man,
you know,
so check this shit out. I want to kind of break this down because this right here was like, well, damn, how can you tell me? So they said in 11 months. So that's missing a month. That's not even 12 months. You know what I'm saying? That ain't even 365 days. You done took away 30 of them motherfuckers. Okay? So within that time, you was literally texting 32 text messages back and forth per day. That's a lot of conversation. That's a lot of conversation.
Man, these people was in a full-fledged relationship,
in
man.
2021, right? You got 2,000 phone calls. That's 5 calls a day. Who you call 5 times a day, Big Vi? Who?
I don't think they're not the same person. Not that many times. I might call my mama, call my dad, my kids
like,
call.
You'll call your Baba, and you be like, you'll chop it up with your Baba, and that conversation be over with.
Yeah, and then that'll go like, if I talk to my mama today, I might not talk to her tomorrow, but I'll call her Sunday. Every day. It ain't no every day consistently.
Yeah, so you look at it like that. You think about the fact that they met, I believe, at the end of 2019 at a conference.
At least that's what they say.
I mean, but still, if that's the case,
they probably been knowing each other before then. You know what I'm saying?
They lawyers, they attorneys and shit. They was pillow talking about cases and shit. You damn straight that they was talking about. They coming to me about prosecuting Donald Trump, but I can't do it because I said some fucked up shit about him when I was running for my office, and they would look at it as malicious prosecution. So I'm gonna need a special prosecutor, or whatever. And he probably even played about getting the job, but she was gonna probably try to hire somebody white to do it. Okay. All of them white motherfuckers ain't stupid, and they know if I do this, my whole life gonna get exposed. Why would I do this? And I'm cheating on my wife and got tax evasion and all of this shit. And I done extorted motherfucker.
Nah. You gotta think long term, man.
Nah, I ain't doing it. But she was the only one greedy enough, arrogant enough to take the case. And then she had to get somebody under a spell in order to go along with her. So she done clipmatized old Nathan and massaged his little ego and got him caught up in a situation he didn't need to be in.
But he got to take accountability for that because he knew that this shit could lead to this.
What's
and
cracking?
He went through with it anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's just like us. We understand, like right now as we are now. We are just we just regular people right now. But we know if you go to a job and you become a supervisor, and they find out that damn you messing with a motherfucker that was a trainee, now she's a goddamn assistant supervisor. Like, hold on, how she get assistant
supervisor? Listen. Let's just keep it all the way at bang. On a McDonald's level.
Yeah.
Okay. If you were a manager and you start messing around one of them cooks, one of them fry cooks, or one of them cashiers, you're going to have to tell HR. They're going to have to know so that if anything comes up, they've been disclosed of the fact that there was a relationship and they ain't blindsided by no bullshit, no lies.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
I worked a job before.
Yeah, go ahead.
When I moved to Minnesota for the first time, I was working at a job, man, and this lady that worked there, I ain't gonna say lady, this girl that worked there, she was older than me. She was in her 20s. I was like 17, going on 18, maybe. Yeah, about 17 going on 18. And I was working there. I was stocking shelves and shit. She was a assistant manager at the time. So, after I was there for a little bit, then eventually me and her ended up getting cool or whatever. But then at the end of the day, she told me, like, look, this was going on. They done found out about what we doing. Either I'm gonna have to quit or you gonna have to quit. You know what I'm saying? If this is what we want to do, you know what I'm saying? Because people had started saying, oh, she was giving favoritism, giving me all the hours and shit like that. So she was just like, shit, I got you if you just, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got to worry about it, you know what I'm saying? So I ended up leaving the job. She kept being the manager and shit. So there was a situation, but me and her couldn't have no relationship, but we worked together though. They didn't allow that.
Damn. But you know what? They don't allow that anywhere. Not like that. Because it becomes problematic. Especially if you have a spat and breakup and some foul words being said, or HR get involved quick.
Mm-hmm. And especially with guys saying, "Oh, you on the schedule every day, you getting hours every day." You know what I'm saying?
Right, one thing that they don't want is a hostile work environment.
Mm-hmm.
So, that being said, let's go up into a higher level here, which is the higher reaches of government, elected office. When you take an oath, that's different. It hit different. When you swear your ass into the army or into the police force or, whatever it is that you got to swear into, that's deep. You making a real live promise to uphold whatever it is you're going to uphold and not be improper or give the appearance of impropriety. The shit can't even look messy. This shit is beyond messy at this point. And sorry about it, boo-boo, but that's your fault. You did this. You done mess around, shot yourself with your own damn pistol.
Mm-hmm. And don't it remind you so much of what we witnessed in the Chaos case? I mean, we go back to Kim Fox, we go back to Angel Cruz, we go back to all of the other people that was working in that.
Corruption,
like
at its highest levels. Like you say
that. You say that Homeland Security told you should make a burner email account, but you make the burner email account under Pied Piper 312.
Mm-hmm.
And you communicating with a fucking star witness in the trial. It's
pretending
the Pied Piper.
To be Kales, just like Azriel Mama was pretending to be Azriel. Everybody pretending to be a motherfucker through text.
That's it.
Scheming, scamming, lying, bullshitting. And we supposed to believe that shit.
Yeah. Jim DeRogatis dropping off manuscripts to his fucking fake book that y'all using this shit to build a case off.
Man.
Come on, man.
The fuckery is real, man. We have to be aware, man.
What Michael Avenatti threatening Kim Fox office to put them on blast if she don't comply with his demands. Because that's a big part of where it come from too. Michael Avenatti threatened Kim Fox if she don't do nothing if she don't do the things that he demand, he gonna expose her ass.
Right.
He said, look, only way I can do certain shit, you gotta guarantee that Mr. Kelly ain't gonna walk the streets again. You gotta guarantee my clients that Mr. Kelly won't walk the streets again. What did that tell you?
It's crazy.
This was before this man was locked up.
Mm-hmm.
Now we got Fannie Willis and goddamn Kim Fox, man. We talking about red and blue.
Right.
So we ask ourselves, are we really ready for women to run this country? With the type of shit that we see going on from the women, that's from these type of women, you know what I'm saying? You got the beef with Lori Lightfoot and Kim Fox as well.
Man. I'm telling you, it's crazy as hell, man. It's like, wow. It's amazing to me that people finally waking up. And I started to notice a long time ago how the Democratic Party is. And if you look at every judge, both judges in the R. Kelly case, all the attorneys and all them, they registered Democrats, man. You know that, right, Big Vi, don't you?
What did you say that one more time?
All them attorneys and all them prosecutors in the R. Kelly case, registered Democrats.
I didn't know that.
Kim Fox is a registered Democrat. Come on. I'm telling you, bro. The shit's connected.
Mm-hmm. I'm not down it.
Motherfuckers don't understand. Michael Avenatti is a registered Democrat.
I'm not down it, bro. And like I told you earlier,
is Gloria Allred and her
what I was telling you earlier, I say they needed somebody. Why did they have to go and find these people who they could control? I say, man, you look back at this shit.
The same thing that they did to, like I said, they do shit to test it out on. They gonna test it on the nigga first before they did it. Look at Surviving R. Kelly. They sit up there and they grab these thirsty black women, offered them the world, and didn't give them shit to take down the black man.
$1,000
to say whatever they had to say, do whatever they had to do to emasculate a black man. Okay, so you turn around and you can offer a black attorney the world to think that she gonna take down the president. Be so bold and brazen as to say he like everybody else, and he and all his people gonna have to take a mugshot like everybody else. And then you turn around and that turned into something viral and benefited him. Meanwhile, you got a whole relationship that you started over 1.5 years ago. But now here we are in the future, you want to lie and say, oh, it started just like at this time instead of that time, because we can't really go back and see, but oh yes, we can, because they done went back to the satellites and AT&T was like, let me go ahead and throw Trump an alley-oop real quick. I think she's done. She lied. They said 10 times, if any. That's miscounting 25 times. And 5 phone calls a day. 32 texts a day. Y'all tripping. Y'all out here playing. y'all might have had a, and shit happens, Fanny. You know what I'm saying? I done smashed the first night. I mean, what is you talking about, lady? And it was a southern. I'm talking about backwoods, dirty foot. She was pretty light skinned thing, and she lived on a whole dirt road. First time I met her, got that. We was in a relationship for 4 years, so ain't nothing wrong. It happens, no, but you. Oh my God, I didn't do that, but you still messed with a known married man. So if you immoral about one thing, what make me think you ain't immoral about the next? Come on now, let's
and like, how dare you compare me?
Let's call a strike and a ball. How you gonna sit up here and act noble on one hand? I would never do crack. Crack is cheap. Crack is whack. And all the while, oh my God, rest in peace, Whitney. We love you. But whew, this lady right here. And make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe, man. We out here. You know what I'm saying? It's me and Big Vi. They talking about DV and shit up in this motherfucker. But I ain't, DV up in here talking about Big Vi and Derek. Like, we got a show. Provoke it by. We might. You never know. You never know. But I'm telling you, man, that shit is crazy. This lady is toast, man. I don't know what to say about it, man. I'm like, good Lord, she is toasty toast. Next level toast. Like, it's ridiculous. It's like, oh my God. Like, what why would you? That's like going on your going on your company laptop and watching porn and be like, no, I didn't do that shit.
Right.
I don't know what you're talking about.
They were making an assertive effort to try and, well, she was making more of an assertive effort to try to reduce the paper trail, but you coming with the cash narrative, but you send a text message. What is your argument for the text messages? What is your argument for the phone call? You don't have them. You didn't think about that part of it. You only thought about the money aspect of
it. Hey, she came out of there. She came up out of there all fucked up, like dress on backwards. It make you wonder. It's like, man, how many times you done smashed in the in that building? You came in there. You came in there. She came in there acting like that was her place.
Man, that woman, that old fucking like a jackrabbit still, man.
Look, I don't think that's the first time that she done came in the court with her doggone dress on backwards.
Nathan had that old honey pack, man. He on that blue chew or something.
Oh my God. She was like, I was down the hall and I heard this and that and the fifth. Yeah. And your dress on backwards. I don't care what y'all say. Her dress is on backwards, but even if her dress wasn't on backwards at all, guess what? Her slip is surely hanging. Muse, what's going on?
What's going on? How you doing, Prophet?
I'm good. I had the hard stop because you in the building.
Yeah, nephew Vi, how you feeling? How's the kids doing?
Everybody all good, man. Everybody all good for the most part. It's been good news for the most part,
Okay, that's what's up. I knew y'all was on that Fannie Mae case, but I received that link, but wasn't able to tap into it while it was going on. And when I did later, I couldn't catch that some updates on the appeal thing, whatever it was. If y'all got some highlights on what happened, got any insight? I tried to go on that Justice for Kill on Instagram, but I couldn't find it. I couldn't get the page or something, so I just gave up.
I was able to listen to it a bit.
Okay.
basically, they go, she pretty much going for the fact that certain things was absolutely not what it was made out to be. All of the tapes that they had, none of them was of child porn, and they didn't have a tape period with Rashonda Landfair on it that they presented to a court.
Yeah, we figured that out.
Okay. When he got convicted and sentenced, he got convicted of what was that? What was all his convictions? But I know the obstruction and all that stuff was he all those counts was taken away. But the judge actually considered it when sentencing him.
Yeah. If you want me to share the screen right quick, I can pull it up. And I can pull up the Judge Lennon Weber, talking when he made his decision. So what Jennifer was arguing was that what Derek said, that the judge used acquitted conduct to form his sentence, to give his sentence out. So the judge during the appeal shit was saying, well, how do you know that? Is that a factual basis? Just, like Derek say, playing devil's advocate, different things like that. Jennifer's like, yeah, but I got the proof. Because Big Vi, I don't really speak on it, but shout out to Justice for R. Kelly, man.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You see it right there, and they got it highlighted. This is Judge Lennon Weber's statement from the guidelines when he gave R. Kelly his time. He said the sentence that I would have given probably would have been higher than the guideline, probably because of some of the points that the government has indicated. I think that while the jury spoke on the issues of whether he had obstructed justice, there certainly was evidence that I could find by preponderance that he obstructed justice. So why? So
What the hell, man?
This is Lennon Weber's statement. So if he was acquitted of the obstruction charges, why is that even in your statement? Why is that even considered in your statement?
Because he one of them old motherfuckers that need to sit down some damn well.
Then he said, and also as the government pointed out, that the later guideline, which would be incurred now, would provide for a higher offense level than the actual conduct.
That's crazy.
So he did use the acquitted counts. Why is that even in your statement? Why is acquitted charges even brought up in you coming up with your sentence?
That's the craziest thing ever, man. That's ridiculous, man. You know what I'm saying? Because, my thing is this. I feel like that all of this was all emotional. But at the same time, they use those emotions and they invoke those emotions just like they invoked emotions with COVID, just like they invoked emotions with every little single thing that Donald Trump said every single day, and they had to talk about it to make the shit bigger than what the fuck it was.
I'm going to say this.
That's the media's design.
Yeah, people ain't paying attention, Derek. The last time these people did a cell phone shut out like they did the other day, what followed it?
I don't recall.
COVID-19.
Oh.
Just think back to when it first broke. About a little bit around by September, they did the same shit where the cell phone network wasn't working. These people sit back and they create these scenarios to see how people gonna react. They started testing it. and then they come back with some bullshit. So I
Because
wouldn't be
crazy shit,
surprised, man.
motherfuckers will lose their minds. All their cell phones stop fucking working.
That's it.
You know,
100% of people have. I would say about 90% of the world operate with cell phone. How many people number? I'm guilty of this shit too.
Truth be told, that shit would literally cripple people.
I hardly know nobody, man. Only you can tell you the numbers I know by heart is my grandparents' house numbers. Not
being able to get a hold of nobody that's miles away and shit. That's unthinkable, ain't it?
Man, you just heard I said there. I only know phone numbers that I've been knowing since I was a kid. My grandparents that still have house phones at their houses from when I was a kid. Shit. You know, outside of that, I don't know too many people number by heart, man. Mm-hmm. And that's by design. They tell you to get you a cell phone, program a name in the phone. And when people call you, you don't see the number, you see the name.
Hey, so you notice something that I noticed really that has happened since R. Kelly went to jail. Ain't nobody really singing about love no more. I think that's over right now. Have you noticed that shit? When the last what's the last ballad you done heard, man? Besides October London, and he was talking about, you know,
get out of my forehead. Get out of my forehead.
You know, but that's forced. That's forced behavior. He sounds great, but it's forced.
Right,
that ain't real voice.
Right. Yeah, the rebirth of Marvin. Yeah, that whole album was tight. Every track on that was tight.
He snapped. But I want to hear from him. Yeah. I want to hear from him.
Yeah.
I want to hear October London's voice, and I've heard him, and he sounds good. Right. I know that you know that was a good way to bring him in. But at the end of the day, outside of all of that,
right?
Because he didn't write them songs himself. Where that dude at? Trey Songz has now gone underground because of the allegations that was bubbling up against him.
Right.
Which is kind of sad because he had hella potential. Still came against my guy and got his feelings hurt, but it's all good.
Yeah, I need J-Rock on here because I got to ask him a question. I don't know this guy's last name, but he used to work for the Columbia label, Columbia. Name is Russ. I don't know his last name. Caucasian gentleman. He's on a platform, and I can't remember this platform he was on. He was just exposing and talking about some ins and outs. He was cutting everything. He was talking about the reason why Sexy Red is being positioned the way she is, the way rap music is going, how the record labels are struggling, how they are putting something in the algorithm that's really ain't the actual numbers. You know what I mean? How country is really the hot attention now. He was breaking down some stuff that was making a lot of sense. But I would need J-Rock to really, JT and Jeff to help us, man.
Let's take it there.
Yeah.
Let's take it there for a minute.
Yeah, it was an interesting conversation.
Because people want to wonder why and wonder how the world is changing the way that it is right in front of our faces. Because they found out a long, long time ago that they could take music and they could pull you and push you in any direction
that
they wanted for you to go. Music nowadays is about irresponsible sex and drugs.
Promiscuity. It's the new currency now.
You know, with anybody.
Right. They
pushing that. You wonder why people are confused. when
Right.
they see a little Nas X running across the TV screen,
Right.
confused when Nicki Minaj came out or Dej Loaf came out, and when people ask, well, we don't know, you think about this, or you straight or you gay. Well, I like everybody.
Right.
Like I said,
Yeah.
when they
Attack on the family structure.
when they want to test anything, they
Right.
test it on us first. Then all of a sudden, you started seeing people lose their jobs over things that they wouldn't, for being the same provocative person that they've always been. It's the same person that practices free speech, because I do feel like that free speech is free. And if you feel like that you don't want to hear it, don't listen. Just don't listen. Then you won't be triggered by anything that anybody has to say. But if you listen with an open mind and a perspective to be able to put the shoe on the other foot and try at least to see where the next person's coming from. Everybody has a perspective. But now, the way that this world is set up is my perspective and nothing else. And if you don't feel the way I feel, then you might as well. If you feel like this, then then you must like little girls too. I heard. Makes no sense. That we can't have a discussion without me being attacked. Yeah, I say something. You must have lied about your age too, huh? Because most of the people that act the way they act have lied about their age. Or you can go back into their past and they was dealing with an older man. Something like that. But you can't, you at a point we have to take some accountability about things. James Vitale.
So somebody said his name in the chat.
I think so. I think that might be it.
Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. Yep, that's it. Thanks, DV. Wow. Thanks. Yep, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Man, he was dropping some man. I was like, now that's right. I said, that's what it is. Okay. Now that makes sense. That explains it. I listened to him. Matter of fact, what was it, last night? I think it was. Yeah, I think it was last night. Yeah, I think it was last night. Either last night or this morning. I think it was last night. Yep. I mean, he was breaking down. I'm like, wow, man. It's in my thing, so I can go back in my phone and pull it in my video that I watch through YouTube, so I can pull it up later and send it to you. That would be an interesting thing to really talk about that, man, and tie that into the current affairs, how the music rest going, what Kels was doing, and other artists. You know what I mean? So that'd be a good topic, man. We can go a lot of directions with that.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed the one where we checked out Lucille Bogan.
Yeah.
That was
I didn't get it. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to pull her up. I just been resting, man. It's been a rough week for me. So.
Oh man, well, blessings to you. You still here holding it down.
Yeah.
So,
I'm doing a total detox cleanse. So.
Yeah, I need to do that myself.
Man, I'm feeling light as a feather, boy. Just my mind, my whole energy, man, is just back to that jazz, back to that nice jazz feel in my soul. You know what I'm saying? Well, that's what I've been trying to get back to, man. So my product finally came, got right on it, man. I mean, a lot of the stuff I already was up on that I take, but it was put together in a different type of formula. And in the liquid form, man. Yes, sir. That's all I got to say. Yes, sir. Yeah, but that's the dude. Thank you, DV. That's the dude, man. That guy, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, shout out to that dude, man. Standing thorough, man. Having integrity and a backbone, man. Letting us know what it is, man. Yeah. Because what you see, what you hear, the interviews you out, it's a lot more behind that's going on, man. He was covering everything. I was like, whoa. He mentioned Sexy Red. I'm like, wow. Why rap is where it is now? Where's everything? Oh, man.
Man, mention Sexy Red. Did you see the shit the motherfucker did in the hospital right after
No,
having a baby?
no, I didn't even hear about it. I ain't hear about she had a baby. I
Yeah,
ain't know
she
she
just
had it
had a
yet.
baby, man. Had a
And what did she do?
twerking on the hospital bed in the hospital window. Talking about her mama got the baby. She ready to go hit the streets. I say, bro, we doomed.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Hey, yeah, the guy was touching on that, man. I'm about to go pull it back up and send it to both of y'all, man. But you can pull his name up. You should be able to see it. Yeah, you should be able to pull it up. I forgot the podcast he was on. These guys, yeah, they was trying to just, yeah, they was touching on some stuff. I had never heard of him. I never heard of him. Never saw him before. Didn't even know who he was. And when he said he used to be part of Columbia, I said, "Ooh wee." And he got to some part, he was breaking down. They asked him a question, and he said, "Well, man, this part right here, yeah, they gonna probably. Well, I know my lawyer gonna call me after I say this." And he went on with it and said what he had to say. I'm like, wow, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. It take courage, man, to come out, man, and say certain things, man, because yeah, them labor owners, man, they ain't no joke, dude. They ain't no joke. He touched on that a little bit. You know what I mean, too. So he dropped some nephew. He dropped some weight, man. He dropped some knowledge, man.
Yeah, I bet he
Gave
did.
some, yeah, he gave some good insight, man. I would love J Rock to have listen to that. I'm gonna send it to him later. But that's all I've been doing, man. I just been, detoxing, man, and cleaning, flushing, my mind and soul and my system out, man. So I just been chilling today, relaxing, man. We ain't doing too much or nothing.
Oh, good deal, bro. You supposed to do that.
Yeah.
That is provoked thoughts approved, sir.
Yes, sir.
Man, shoot. We keep it rolling. You know what I'm saying? You can walk with a clear mind.
So me personally, man, my thoughts on what I feel, I feel like Jennifer pointed out some good points, especially when she talked about the statute of limitation and things pertaining to the tape, the actual tape that they were talking about that Mr. Killer was trying to get back to his possession was a tape that actually showed adult women, which was his wife and then
Right.
girlfriend Lisa Van Allen or whatnot. So,
Right.
and then even the prosecutor got up there and said the shit about the minions again. Like, I'm like, what? Mr. Kelly and his minions tried to went on a wild goose chase to get these tapes back. I'm like, what the fuck?
Mm-mm.
They didn't say nothing. It's on him because it was the first. Actually, you didn't get to see it. Let me see. Because it was the first case that was heard. I got it on here. I know for a fact.
Shoot, man. Make it. You gonna play it?
Yeah, I'm finna pull it up. We'll go through my history. Because it didn't last long. It was only 10 minutes.
Man, DV, man, yeah, we definitely praying for your son, man. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Lung cancer. Found out
Absolutely.
yesterday.
Yeah,
Oh man, that's yeah.
yeah, most definitely, man. I didn't even know that.
Wow. Yeah, I don't like to hear about that.
Nah, my dad, he called me today, and he said that they found cancer in his blood.
Oh wow.
I'm like, man, what the fuck, man?
Okay, you haven't found out what stage yet? Okay. Okay, yeah, man. Let's keep DV's son in our prayers. Everybody in the chat.
Absolutely. Praying for you, my boy.
Yeah, that's why I'm doing me a cleansing now.
Let me see.
Man, it seems just a dog fight, man, because they play a dirty game, nephew. They play a dirty game, man.
No, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
No, definitely. And if at the end of the day, these people, it ain't their life hanging in the balance, so they don't really,
Right. Until something knock on their door.
Mm-hmm.
People never considering that to you. That's one thing I just can't do, man. I mean, I can't let another human control my thinking. You know what I'm saying? Provoke
Mm-hmm.
or have my emotions on puppet strings.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But however, that's the world and society that exists today. And if you don't lay down and let them do that, then they come up with you with everything. Then do what the heck you got to do then. You know what I mean? Because whatever weapon you forming, you know, in the end, you going to fail. The challenge is to know you innocent, to know you standing on integrity and principles, that you're not wavering, you're not deviating. You know what I mean? You're not to be bought or sold. There's no negotiation with that. You know what I mean? To be able to maintain that in the process, that's the challenging things. And those who you thought was thorough join the other side, or those man to maintain like that.
Mm-hmm.
You can't depend on another human to help you through that process. You got to have a relationship with the Creator, Father God. Ain't no other way I can explain that. For somebody to be faced with that much time and not take a plea deal, I don't think people really getting that, man. I'm trying to have a relationship with my kids. Y'all done assassinate my character. Y'all done drug my name. Y'all done turned everybody against me almost across the four corners of the globe. Y'all paying dirty. Y'all finessing. Y'all got no evidence. Y'all done polluted the public's mind. You put a false docu-series out, didn't fact check nothing. You threw everything you could at me and everything. So my closest clique, people that I done helped and brought their career back, people I done blessed their family, their community, kept it on the hush. Didn't want nobody to know nothing. And you face me and tell me, boo, and I ain't say nothing about nobody. I ain't threw nobody under the bus. I ain't taking no deal because I'm innocent. Do you know what type of relationship I'm gonna leave that alone, man, because that's too deep for me. That's too deep for me. And I don't think we understand the depths of the magnitude of what I just said out of my forehead. What bothers me is these evil people, man. That's why you got the vet, man. That's why I heard Ice-T was asked a question, and they asked him, the dude on, I think, Drink Chat, whatever his name is. He said, I think that's the thing he got, podcast he got, whatever it is. He said, respect or loyalty. And Ice-T, without hesitation, he said, loyalty. He said, why not respect? He said, respect is like ego base. You know what I mean? He said, somebody can respect you and still throw you in jail. Now, he didn't say where he's saying that reference point. He just made the statement. I thought that was interesting that he said it like that. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? He said, but when somebody's loyal to you, they ain't doing it. I just can't do it. I can't do it. You know what I mean? The loyalty. He went on and elaborated a little bit on it. Man, that blew my mind, man. I said, wow. So how many people did he have around him that was actually loyal? Only one that comes to my mind off the top of the gate. And that's Miss Copeland. That's the only one off the top of my head. And maybe others, I don't know, we ain't too much interested, but that's the only one that I can think of off the top of my head. And even though they try to come at her like they did, she still maintained her principles and her integrity. I got to celebrate that. People take shots at me. I don't give a damn. I got to celebrate that. Because that's at the end of the day, that's all I got when they take everything from me and assassinate my name, take all my possession, shut me down. That's all I got is within. That's what's in my soul, my integrity and my principle. I don't got nothing else. And that's what people don't get. And you a threat when you hold on to and you walking like that. You a threat. And then you have the ability to influence a generation. Matter of fact, you birthed generation. Oh yeah, we got to get rid of you. You're doing too much. You overachieved. You shouldn't have overachieved. These sick jokers, man. I yield back.
Yeah, well, it's like I said, it's just all of this stuff is just so interesting to me, man. Because I look at things with this wide. I'm painting with such a wide brush right now when it comes to, R. Kelly and how all of this stuff has started and how it's going to turn out, man. And I'm very, very positive in the fact that he's going to make it out them doors, because there is no way in my mind that an injustice like this could keep on going on forever. And it's been an injustice, and it's a fact. Regardless of how much lawfare you want to throw at it or whatever it is that you want to say about it, you didn't prove anything. You just brought tears and circumstantial evidence, and regular court can't turn into a civil affair because of the simple fact that we need proof for things. We've always needed that. I don't know what world we living in where we don't need proof of anything. It's crazy to me. It makes no sense to me at all. So, trying to figure it out. It's crazy to me, man. I mean, like I said, we were talking about just in general, though, corruption involved in everything around us, man. It's not just an R. Kelly situation. It's injustice everywhere. Injustice anywhere. Threat to justice everywhere. And we've been having injustice anywhere, and now justice is threatened everywhere. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy.
Yeah, and that's why when y'all was speaking earlier before I came on, if you're going to look at things like this and really understand what's going on in this society, you cannot be a surface level individual walking this planet. You just can't. Otherwise, you're a dead person walking. You can't take what they present to you and just run with it. You can't.
Not at all.
You got to know what's really behind. It's simple like this. I've always, when I was coming up, I learned, and I'm still learning, because this part never gets old. When somebody's always bringing you something about somebody else and telling you about something about somebody else, you know what I mean? Number one, this is what I've learned now. What is it that I'm been displaying that lets you think that that's okay to bring me that garbage and that trash? That's number one. Now that's a whole thing about self-accountability, about yourself as a human. Ain't got nothing to do with if you marry in a relationship, none of that. That's a whole nother deep conversation. I ain't even got time to even dive into that. But the thing is, you have to question. The second principle is, what is your motive for come telling me that? What you say is whatever you presented to me, right or wrong, indifferent. That's not even a problem. You know what I mean? So you got to really always be evaluating or self-checking yourself. You know what I mean? Because if you don't, man, my piece is so expensive for Vogue.
Right.
That there's individuals in my life, in my family, whatever, that I've had to just love from a distance and wish you the well and not move in certain circles. Certain individuals, friendship wise, I done severed and I done cut off. That's how much my peace is important to me. Because if I have to go and get into a debate with another person, if I got to get into an argument with you like that, I done just relinquish my peace.
Right.
You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So now, I just move when I move. And I'm seeing how they purposely, like you said, the little test run they do, it's a little chessboard game that they play. You know what I mean? So you got to be able to sit on the sideline and sit there and say, man, and pull that stuff apart. But they know on the surface, the majority, a lot of us gonna be totally oblivious. Why? Because we're talking about stuff. Talking about how many bottles we about to be turning up. You know what I mean? Talking about the bag we getting. Talking about how many we man. All of this old crazy crap, man. Letting everybody see what you got, how you moving. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And they said, "Oh, them jokers ain't. They don't read. They ain't pay attention, man. We control the public mind so much. They saying, man, we can throw anything in that idiot box or anything on this evil demonic social media thing that you can use it for good, but a lot of them ain't gonna use it for that. They like the foolery. They broken. They got triggers. Ain't nobody trying to get no help and be a better person. They just want to keep on trying to draw a retirement fund or, you know what I mean, whatever payoff of. They don't want no help. They just want the attention. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, we can send them in anything we want them to. We can throw them in any direction. They ain't number like sheep anyway. We can throw them everything, and that's what they do. The little test run. And anybody's come up, like you said, anybody come up and say, "Hey man, you really know what's that about?" It's oh, who was that? Oh, we got a thinker over there. Hey, find out who that is and shut them up. Take them out. Take them out. You know what I mean? Oh, they woke over there. That's why only way you can stand up, you got to have unity, man. So what they do these little games that keep us divided. That was the purpose of them doing the docu-series. First, let me oversaturate this stuff in the media. Keep saying negative. It can be twisted stuff. They violating your Fifth Amendment, your due process. They don't care about none of that. But we got to get to court anyway. We don't care about none of that. Just keep flooding it. Keep flooding it. Keep flooding it. Just keep on flooding. And while we doing that simultaneously, all right, get the docu-series up. Okay. Make sure now we can talk to all the journalists, all the people that got platforms on social media. Talk to these people, hey, we'll give you money for this. Hey, you talk about this negative stuff. Let's keep all this going. And there you have it, man. History always repeats itself. It's the same blueprint that's been used in history before. It's never changed. The players and the individuals have changed, but the script is still the same.
Right.
That's why I can't move and roll with a crowd of people for vote.
Mm-hmm.
There ain't number camouflage. You know what I mean? I stand on my own. I got, I stay up on the radar. However, I'm moving silence, man.
Right.
I do me. You know what I mean?
You have to. You know, you really have to. You know.
So that you know, it's a. I'm hoping, man. But I just realized what she up against. Like I say, you know what I mean. She ain't no little kitten neither, man. She a pit bull. So Miss JB is
yeah,
she's the truth.
She got some dog in her, man.
She the truth. You know what I mean? And she doing it. She going about it the right way, and using the law itself. You know what I mean? And like you said, it's got to be somebody that's there in these positions, man, to say, wait a minute, this ain't. You know what I mean? Somebody got to have some integrity in these positions, man. So I'm hoping that these appeal judges, man, really see through this BS. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And put their mindset in the place where this can be one of my loved ones. You know what I mean? You know.
Yeah, man. So like I said, it's you know, I ain't gonna keep it going too long because I'm getting these text messages to go hit karaoke, and the night is young. The night is young. So you know, well, I'm gonna go ahead and call it an evening, but I bet you tomorrow I'm gonna be back on.
Okay, that's what's up.
I'm trying to gain a little traction and some consistency and everything, man, and try to keep some content going, keep my legs going, and you know, so I can get used to doing this, man. But I appreciate it, man, and I really do. I appreciate everybody. Appreciate everybody in the chat and everything. And I'm coming off of StreamYard pretty soon. I'm gonna be using another platform. Soon. So that y'all wonder why the Power by StreamYard thing's up there is because I'm not even trying to use it in a minute. So I ain't gonna be paying for two things at once. So
that's makes sense to me.
You know what I mean? So I'll get with y'all tomorrow. It's been real. One love. We out.
All right, man. Keep your eyes and ears open as you move around, man. Blessings to you, and we'll holler later.
Right. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, tell your mama, tell your enemies. I don't care. We're gonna get it in. All right.
Yes, sir. All right.
Y'all have a good night.
Blessings, chat.